Is this now working, Anth?
It is working.
Are we live?
Alright, welcome live from Flow Take 2. Apologies for the technical inconvenience, but hello, this is our Friday afternoon Facebook session, which...
The first of many, hopefully.
Yeah, first of one. First of two.
Yeah, well...
We'll see how it goes.
Ignore the first one.
Alright, so just to give you a heads up, we're broadcasting live from Flow Digital over in Jesmond. It is a loose hour-long session to run through anything roughly in digital marketing. So if you want to ask any questions,
yep.
We've got a few things lined up we want to have a chat about. So we're going to talk about Lings Cars.
I'm going to jump straight into there.
No, we'll do a quick run through. So we've got Lings Cars we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Which is
let's wait until we get some more followers.
Yeah.
To around a couple of hundred.
Car leasing firm in Gateshead, which has the world's craziest website. Talking about minuscule marketing budgets, what you do with them, how you actually manage to get a return. So if you're a one-man band, if you're a small business, if you don't believe in digital marketing, what you do with a few quid, even if you don't involve an agency to get things up and running. Got some Game of Thrones chat, which is you're doing, I believe, Ian.
Well, yeah, that was just kind of a filler, but
we're 4 minutes in and already into a filler. We've got Is This Skiven? Is this Skiven? And thoughts?
Nah, it's pretty good.
That's fine.
They can't see the dominoes.
We're going to do a bit of talk around Facebook paid ads. There was a bit of news and information in the week that essentially says there was a surprising level of people who either can't recognise paid ads when you see it on, which was quite interesting. And the future of Google. There was an interesting post from a chap, Sundar Pichai, in his open letter to refer. Oh, hang on, what we got? Come in, Adam. I believe we've got pizzas.
Oh,
unbelievable!
Professional to eat it on screen.
Or have Domino's paid for this?
Yeah, they sponsor it.
Is this sort of
sponsored by Domino's?
Alright, so
we're at 6 viewers.
Six. Well, that's about 3 more than I was expecting at this stage.
Yeah, it's more than who's in the office.
Just to introduce myself, I'm Chris Ogle. I am Business Development Manager for Flow Digital.
And I'm Ian Ferguson, Digital Marketing Manager here at Flow.
Is that your title? We were going to think about what we're going to call you, weren't we?
Yeah,
Digital Marketing Manager, Guru.
Genius. It's a bit big headed, like the Apple. Like
Guru's
Apple
a bit big headed.
Guru.
I mean, if I met anyone who advertised themselves as Guru, I would,
immediately not do business with them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's say the Apple.
I mean, it's a little harsh.
The Apple stores have got the geniuses, and I think that's a bit big headed.
Well,
are they certified geniuses?
Are people who work in a shop selling phones geniuses? Answer the question. I need a definite answer. Ian, is it a yes or no?
I'm going to say yes, just to be PC.
Are you an Apple advocate?
I'm not. I hate Apple. Android all the way.
Android
all the way.
Okay.
It's got the new.
It's a surprise. I thought you'd be an Apple man.
Nah, I don't really like. I like the. I've just got a Samsung phone. Got the phone offline. Have we online? We're on. You strap the phone to the GVR headset, and then you put it in front of your face, and it's like you're in a virtual world, and that.
And you've got one.
So is it? Yeah. I've got free though. I've got a good.
You spent money on this?
No, I've got a good trading price for my old phone.
How much?
They give us 120 quid for my old phone.
It?
Samsung S4. So quite old.
Okay.
So I had quite a jump from the S4 to the S4.
But more importantly, how much was the strap you on head?
Well, the headset was 70 quid.
Is that all? I thought it'd be more.
All
than
the technology's in the phone.
So it's basically just like an empty case.
Yeah, pretty much.
Strap it onto your head.
It's like lenses in it. So that's interesting.
All right, cool. Well, we've got off topic, so I wanted to.
Yeah, sorry. So we've got 6 viewers at least.
6 viewers, yeah. So if you're one of the 6,
introduce yourselves in the comments. Ask a question, or just
feel free to just send abuse.
Pretty much. Well, no.
Tell us if we shouldn't be drinking on a Friday lunchtime. Where's your beer, Ian?
Cheers. To the first session.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do then. We'll talk about a topic I was going to come to a little bit later on, and we'll go to it first, and that is this Skype?
Is this Skype? It's not technically work, is it? It's kind of... I don't know, because you've got to think about the reasons why we're doing this, why we thought of this.
Why are we doing it? I am questioning that right there.
Basically, I had a meeting 2 days ago, and it was, what can we do for digital marketing? Just to kind of get a bit more exposure, I guess, and just kind of, what can we do to kind of do something first as well. I know there's not a lot of people using this Facebook Live. But we thought we'll use that, and we can always push it out on social media and on the website, and like kind of be like a first.
Okay. So this is effectively a test broadcast of what two idiots waffling look like.
Pretty much. Hopefully it's going to get a bit more streamlined as we do more episodes, but
I can't see that happening.
You do radio though, don't you?
Well, I do actually do a radio show on a Saturday afternoon in front of about the same amount of viewers or listenership that we've got now, which is currently at 5.
Keeps wavering.
Yeah, well, I think people tune in, see you, tune out.
Thanks, man.
But to call that a radio show is an insult to.
Well, you might have just
radio.
doubled your viewers. You now got another 5 viewers.
Who are going to tune in on a Saturday afternoon?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. You want to hear this show on a Saturday? It is absolute toilet. But there you go.
But I think it's good just to kind of talk about digital marketing with or without doing the Facebook Live.
What? Like at the pub?
Just like for work. So like we actually know more about what's going on in digital marketing as like a team, as opposed to just having one specialist or a marketing manager.
Right.
You've got business development, you know about it. You've got development.
I know about it. I think that's a very loose term. I've got to. Well, saying that, this is what we were talking about the other day when you were getting upset when I wanted to complete my official accreditation of me Google AdWords certification.
Yeah.
Because at the minute I'm not Google AdWords certified. The agency is, you are,
but you will,
and these other people are.
Yeah.
But technically at the minute I'm not. And
so
how are you going
to get that accreditation?
By completing the test and passing it online, and being a brand ambassador for Digital in Google.
That's good.
But you don't seem convinced that I'm doing it in the right way.
I think you need more prep. You need to do some more research.
Are you trying to say my?
I think you're trying
are you trying to say my Google Analytics knowledge is not to the level to pass Google member status?
Compared to the guru/genius.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we'll kick off with waffled about rubbish for 10 minutes. So first thing I wanted to talk about today was Lings Cars.
Yep.
For those of you that aren't aware of it, if you go to lingscars.com. This is a car leasing site in Gateshead. They've gained a bit of a notoriety over the past 6-7 years, something like that.
Yeah, pretty
probably
much.
Probably that they've sort of been around for having a full-on bonkers website. If you've got a chance, if you're not on a mobile, if you're on desktop, open up a new browser, put lingscars.com and check it out.
It's like one of the most insane websites.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Lings Cars?
It's difficult. It's kind of branded.
Do you like it?
I actually like it.
Right.
I think it's so bad. It's good, and it's entertaining.
Do you think the website's bad?
I think it's very. If you had to say design a good-looking website, if you showed it any kind of web designer,
right,
nobody would create what they've done with Lings Cars.
You're right, they wouldn't,
because there's so many flashing animations. And there's so many links and distractions that it's just insane.
Yeah, I'd recommend if you if you've got the browser, open it up now. It is an assault on the eyes. So essentially, they've got a million different things going on the website. It's built in this sort of weird 1990s.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what it's built on. It's something
like sales
bizarre.
pictures and stars with kind of buy now and go here.
Yeah.
Her views on if we should leave the EU or stay in the EU.
Just say
totally.
That, you?
Yeah.
Okay.
She wants to be out.
Does she?
Yeah.
What? Did she say?
No, she's just got a nice video of her in an army uniform saying we should be out.
Okay. Sorry, and
what? Comments? You've got a comment.
Oh, we got a comment.
Do you have a
Domino's?
There we go.
Who's Darren? Hey, Darren, you alright, mate?
The smell's kind of really
fine
disgusting.
Oh my good lord.
Okay.
Do you want a bit?
Chicken and sweet corn with ham for myself.
Do you want some?
Yeah, go on then. Well, should kind of take shifts while we're eating.
Go for it.
It's just going to turn into two blocks of Domino's for 40 minutes.
Technically, I don't think eating alive is going to be the greatest bit of broadcasting in history. We're going back to what I was saying about Lings Cars. So the website is mental. It's just an assault on the eyes, and the stuff happening. Why I think it's so good is because when I first went on it, and you might agree with this or not, I didn't take them seriously. I didn't even think it was a real website.
No, I think it's funny. That episode of The Simpsons where Homer Simpson makes a website and it's just like a spinning Jesus and loads of like animals and just flashing. It's totally nonsense. It's like that. It reminds me of that.
Okay. But you stay on, you move around it, and eventually you find deals and you see prices and you think, is this real? You're still not sure. You think, is this a wind up? Is this?
Yeah.
Are they being for real? But the thing they do really well, they keep you engaged with the website, even though it's mental.
Mm-hmm.
But they've made sure that they've got loads of happy customer reviews on there. They've probably got more happy customer reviews than probably any website I think I've ever seen. It's got thousands.
And it's a case of
all detailed, all written down.
I think it's very much they use the moral, if you want to call it that, like any publicity, good or bad, is good publicity because at least it's like some publicity is better than nothing.
Yeah,
I get a lot of reviews and blogs like top 10 worst sites. Like 5 most hideous sites. But then that kind of works. They get like more backlinks from these sites, and people talk about it. And there's a buzz. It's in the newspapers. Everything.
Here's one thing for you then. So let's say if you were launching a website now, I think we're both agreed. We both like Lings Cars.
Yeah.
Would you buy a car from?
It's hard to say. Based on. I very much want to go down to the actual physical showroom.
To at least check it out.
To like make sure it's real.
I'm not even sure. I don't even think they've got a showroom. I mean, I drive past it on the sort of on the flyover when I used to work at Team Valley.
Yeah.
And as far as I can see, it's just an office. If anyone from sort of Lings is on, then drop us a message and let us know.
Yeah.
But I think it is just an office.
Yeah.
I believe.
Take that from the picture. And there's got like 6 guys working in there.
But I would buy a car off them. I would lease a car off them.
Yeah. Why?
A couple of reasons. First, I believe that they're decent by the sheer level of customer compliments they've got.
Yeah.
Secondly, I naturally feel a bit of I don't even know what the term is. Probably like warmth towards them. To think, you know what, they could have gone out, built a completely generic website.
Yeah.
Made it, we lease cars, we have got excellent customer service, we do this, we do that.
Mobile responsive.
Yeah, nice mobile responsive, all the usual customer service stuff, but they didn't. They absolutely gambled, and pretty much gambled with the entire business. It's fair to say, I mean, if you're gonna build a website that is so out there, you're basically gambling that people are actually gonna engage with it, take it seriously, and think.
But they do well. They rank for like some good terms. Like
they rank really well.
Car leasing,
so
a lot of the local terms, a lot of just general terms. They rank for.
Well, car leasing. If you go online onto Google and just do a general search for car leasing, it's really competitive. Yeah. So with Lings Cars being able to rank against some of the national giants who might have sort of dozens of branches up and down the country.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, as far as independents are concerned, it's got like the highest sort of visibility score, certainly that I've seen from a car leasing company.
Yeah.
So they must be doing something right.
And it's those things. It's those getting good reviews, and it's those getting links from other websites.
Yeah.
Particularly, they might not be relevant for car finance, but if you've got a link from the Guardian or Metro newspaper, then that kind of helps your SEO score a lot.
Okay.
And that's done by having a bad site in a way. So it's interesting.
And what's your thoughts, mate? Lings Cars, have you had a look at it?
I'm not cameraman.
So just to let you know, our MD and Lord and Master are sitting behind the camera, so he's shying away for the first session.
I love it. It's a great website. Flo says hello.
Florian. How you doing, Florian?
Florian was going to be here today, but he couldn't make it.
Where is he? Where are you, Flo?
I don't know if it's a live.
In Leeds?
I don't know. It's quite a lot of lag on this and the live, so he'll probably get his reply in about a minute.
Okay.
Hi, Florian.
So yeah, long story short, being mental is good.
Yeah, in a nutshell. I think that's, if we take one thing away from this today.
Yeah. Well, if you've had a look at Lings Cars, if you think we're wrong, give a tweet at #FlowLive or just send me a message in the comments box. I'd like to get your thoughts on what you think. Lings Cars is either doing well or badly.
Yep.
We'll happily debate it with you, and then we'll agree that we're right. Pretty much.
Sure.
Okay. which is...
We'll probably do like a follow-up blog on this as well.
Will you?
Yeah.
Are you just giving yourself extra work for...
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to stretch out this content as much as I can. It's going to go on all social media and blog about it. And
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
When are you going to do that?
It
is Friday afternoon, mate.
After my pizza.
And I'll be honest, I'm sitting here staring at this pizza, sort of trying to tuck in and dive into it. But I cannot resist, so there you go.
Okay. Update for Lings Cars.
Without me...
There's a comment.
We got a comment. Go again.
Comments, so I don't have to keep prompting it.
Well, the thing is, I'm too busy talking. My hands are full, my gob's full.
So we've got
getting backhander from Ace at Domino's and Coors.
Well, actually, one of the MacBook get on that.
Well, we're gonna talk about this as well. So, Acer, fine. I think there's no wrong with them.
Very depends what you want them for.
Well, all I'd do is send emails and log on to Facebook.
If that's it, I had one in college.
Right.
I spent about £100 on.
Right.
And it was just actually dire laptop, but I think they've got a bit of a reputation for being a student laptop, cheap laptops.
Cheap.
But for this,
can you explain why I've ended up with a dire student laptop for me business development needs?
Yeah, why have we got a business development manager in Acer instead of a all singing all dancing Mac?
Should be on the phone.
You got a fair point. We should be out ringing people.
Hopefully, if this takes off, we might get some sponsors, some free Domino.
If this takes off, I've got more chance of seeing a penguin fly to Brazil than seeing this take off. So
it's all free promos for Domino's and Coors.
Yeah, I think if Coors Light, the refreshing way to spend a Friday afternoon, to give it a retweet or a hashtag or something, then that would be good. I cannot see it happening, but it's always worth it ask. This is another thing. If you do want your product shown for free and you make cakes, send them to Flow Digital at Fleming House. Would always be welcome
beer,
to have them
booze, on. Anything.
Pretty much. Right, so moving on from Lings Cars, which we're both a big fan of. Moving on to a subject both well accustomed to our hearts and that we're well used to dealing with small marketing budgets.
Yeah, digital marketing.
And I'm talking minute budgets. 500 quid. You're a small business. You got 500 quid. What do you do? What would you do? Right, so let's. I'm gonna give you a scenario, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You've set up a e-commerce store. You sell cakes. Cakes is now on the mind because I want someone to send us some cakes. So you sell cakes. You got 500 quid that you're going to throw at some kind of marketing involving digital.
Yeah.
We've lost what thing. Oh, 1 second, chaps.
Distracting.
Yeah. So you got 500 quid to throw at digital marketing.
Yeah, okay. So
you've got an e-commerce site. The site's already built. You've got it on Shopify, something like that.
Okay, so you're talking about cakes distributed to the whole of the UK?
No, I'm talking about cakes that you make.
Yeah.
You do different ones. You either do a wedding cake.
But you sell these to anyone in the UK? Yeah. Okay. So if
you got 500 quid, what do you do?
Originally, if it was I thought you were going to say like a local business.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about people, if you can sell national, basically then I think Google Shopping ads are the way to go at the moment. If you're not already doing it
for cakes,
yeah, I think so. If it's because depending on the type of cake, if it's wedding cakes, there's a lot of kind of keywords on that.
Right.
And at the minute, the shopping ads are really kind of exploding in the sense that people are spending more money on those ads.
Okay. So Google Shopping ads, just for anyone who doesn't know. When you go onto Google and do a search for anything, so for cakes, for example, you'll have little boxes in the right hand side which have a description of the website, price of the cake, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So you got 500 quid. We're selling cakes. So let's say we sell packs of 12 cupcakes.
Yeah. Okay.
We do chocolate, strawberry, whatever.
And these can it's a lot depending on who you target market it as well. But if you were selling to the general public, so I don't know if you really is a good example.
Well, for cakes,
you would buy cakes online. Would you just go to like Greg's?
But these are amazing cakes.
The world's most amazing cake. I think a business like that is going to be getting most of its customers from like a local cake shop.
Right.
If you want to buy
let's change it from cakes.
Okay.
Right. So you're no longer a cake supplier. You sell tools, you sell hardware, you sell drills, you sell whatever.
Yeah.
All the things that a hardware store sells.
Yeah.
Do you still use Google Shopping?
That is probably the perfect scenario for Google Shopping.
Right.
Any
Why?
product that is basically anyone in the UK can access. Google Shopping ads are really kind of exploding at the minute, especially on a mobile device. I think I've
so this same again. You would get the same sort of thing where you're on a mobile where you search for whatever Draker hand tools or something.
So regardless if it's like if you're looking just to buy a drill or if you know the specific brand of a drill, a drill, that's when your ads can show in that effectively the shopping results.
Yeah.
It used to be called Google Shopping, but that kind of we call product listing ads now basically.
Okay.
And they're different from like the search ads where you would be if you upload all of your products into Google into a feed, and Google would then decide which of your products shows for certain terms,
right,
based on different things. And we're finding that in general, there's a 193% increase in spend. So companies that are spending on these types of ads in the last year, which is phenomenal.
Increase on spend,
and
is that increase in
162% increase in clicks coming from shopping ads. So as they're getting more and more popular,
okay,
you type in like Phillips screwdriver or buy a hand drill. Those ads are kind of getting littered at the top, and now's the kind of point where it's all kind of kicking off. You're going to get more competition, more people bidding for that, and probably your cost per click will increase with that.
Right.
But they're just so. At the minute, it's a lot cheaper to run the ads as a display ads, product listing ads, than it is to do like a normal search ad. So if you were like bidding on the term buy drills and hoping someone kind of clicks on your ad, goes to your website and buys, it's a lot more profitable to do it through the product listing ads.
Okay.
On the shopping results.
Right. So
any business, if that was the case, then you had £500 to spend. That's where I would put it initially for that kind of business.
Right. Okay.
That should be.
Would you not? Right. Here's an argument. Right. So you got 500 quid. We're talking about tiny budgets. So let's call it for argument's sake 500 quid a month. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you're a small shop. You do some e-commerce. Not much.
Yeah.
So you can throw 500 quid at PPC, and you could, or Google Shopping, sorry, and you'd be pretty certain of getting a return on investment.
Definitely, especially now. Before.
Fine. Here's a counter argument, right? So the other potential that you've got if you've got sort of tiny budgets, and you wanted to, let's say if you wanted to sort of promote yourself against other local brands.
Yeah.
So potentially maybe it's a bit of even local SEO, right? So you throw, let's say if you were to throw 500 quid a month for 3 months.
Yeah.
A local SEO campaign. Right. So at the minute you've got Ian's hardware tools. You currently don't sell nothing. You've got your website built. It's functional. It's working well.
Yeah.
But no one clicks on you.
Okay.
Would you not be better off taking that 500 quid, investing for even a little 3-month campaign to get the technical aspects right, and saying, right, we're going to make sure we're ranked against Jimmy's hardware, against Tony's at Leamington, against whatever else? Because then those improvements that you've made,
they're more permanent.
They'll last.
It's basically like an SEO versus paid advertising campaign. Yeah. That's you kind of want to do both, and
you can't do both. You've only got one or the other.
You've only got one on the budget. Then, if you want an immediate return, then the paid ads are your way to go. Okay. But if you are a starting business, we probably recommend that you do spend more on like a local SEO campaign. Yeah. So basically, getting your website ranking for those kind of key terms, especially locally as well, and that's going to help you, like you said, in the long run. Because although paid advert, you might get a spike, you're always paying for that traffic, and as soon as you stop it, you go back down with nothing. But if you concentrate on like a local campaign, so if you want more people through your doors, you got a hardware store, say Newcastle or Gateshead, those kind of searches, you can optimise your website for that. Okay. We've been hollered that we've got another comment. Now we've not been scrolling down, so we've been missing stuff. So let's. Darren Cabell, good job, guys. First bit of good feedback. Hope we see more of these. Cheers, Darren. Hope you're good, mate. What's Florence say? Hi, guys. What dominoes you got? Oh, we've already answered that. Yeah, no, Flo's in Leeds. That was previously. Okay. But thanks, Darren. Yeah, cheers. If you're kind of expecting a lot more. If you're still on, you can
feel free to send us a cake and we'll happily give you a shout next week. Right, so that's enough of talking about minuscule marketing budgets.
Yeah, we could talk forever, but
what do you want to talk about?
Well, probably just kind of a general. Maybe finish it off with big in the news.
Finish it off. You've got 32 minutes to rock in.
Oh, you got a 32 minutes. Well, that's 10 minutes to eat the pizza. I reckon.
Yeah, we'll do it. Well, I'm actually gonna have a bit now because I'm.
And you got a call that too.
Huh?
You got a call that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So go back to this week. I think you mentioned in the intro, Sundar Pichai, who's CEO of Google, wrote an open letter to the shareholders. They do this every year. Google does this every year. The shareholders, for the first time, CEO's done it. And effectively, it's just Google outlaying what they're going to do for the future and what's kind of to come in terms of search engine marketing. And the main premise of the letter was that they want to take it to more focus on artificial intelligence and basically learning. So the statement was,
does that not freak you out?
The statement was Google wants to give you the information before you've even searched for it, and that is like, well, how's that possible? And I thought initially, is it like mind reading?
How's that? How can they know before you know what you're thinking?
Exactly, but it's.
Well, give us an example.
At the minute, well, I was a couple of months back. I booked a hotel on Booking.com.
Right.
And as I was leaving that hotel for the night, a notification came up on my phone saying, "How was your stay? How would you rate it?" And that was kind of Google giving me information that I hadn't searched for. Yeah. But it was kind of predictive that I knew it, and the same thing to do with flights. So if you've got a flight, there's certain apps you've got. So when you're actually at the airport, so it's using your location tagging. Yeah. When you're at the airport, you'll get a notification saying that your plane's delayed or it's on time. Yeah. And that's kind of cutting out the process. You'd usually get your phone out, go any delays at Newcastle Airport, and then you'd have to search for the information. But the way Google want to go is they'll give you that information before. It's almost kind of learn you and predict what you're going to do.
So in that open letter that you wrote, right, he was talking about AI, wasn't it?
Yeah. Artificial intelligence, machine learning was the term.
Does this not sit uncomfortable with you? My point I'm going with this is that go back through time. So let's say 25 years ago. Okay, so it was widely considered and accepted that a human, especially a grandmaster, would always be able to beat a computer at chess. Yeah. And then there was a crossover period where Deep Blue came out, where Kasparov got beat in 90-something, whatever it was.
The first computer. Yeah.
First computer to beat the reigning grandmaster. Yeah. Or the reigning world champion. And from that point onwards, computers have got better and better and better and better and better ever since we're to the point now where a grandmaster is somewhere in the region of a queen underdog against the best computer. Yeah, which is unheard of, which is crazy.
It's pretty much the story of Terminator, isn't it?
Yeah, but
one day will they take over the world?
My point being is that as learning, as AI gets better and more advanced, and the development comes forward, are you going to get to a point where the chatbots are going to be so intelligent that they don't need to be manned? Yeah,
the pretty much again another job kind of goes to a robot. Yeah, it gets automated.
Right. Here's the concern. So the natural speed of development that we've got. Yeah. Is there going to get to a point? Let's say 25 years down the line. If you went back 25 years from now, it would be unthinkable to see at the point that we're at now. The level of technology that we've got, the level of interaction, the way people can communicate, it's unheard of.
Yeah, that's true.
So 25 years forward, what sort of level are we going to be at? I think there's the possibility that the sort of the creative jobs, the jobs where you believe at the minute you can only get a human to do, so doing complex sell, doing design, doing PPC and SEO work, that could all be done better by a computer.
I think so.
Even at the consultancy stage.
Eventually.
How far away is that?
It's such, because even if you go back 25 years, but even if you go back like 2 years, the amount of development in terms of like voice search and they've got things like got devices where you can actually control things using your mind, kind of thing. I don't know, it's going to be strange. I think in about 10 years' time,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to almost be like we don't need to be educated because we're going to have like Google and we're going to have access
You're just
to the
going to
cloud.
strap on your educate drone.
I believe you'll be able to think
Mm-hmm.
of a search term, say, and then you'll just kind of be fed it. That's kind of what Google Glass, well, they're trying to do with Google Glass, which hasn't quite hit it off. It's kind of failed. But it's a case of you could just talk to it and all the information would be shown in front of you. So you wouldn't have to learn anything effectively.
Right.
It's kind of like...
Is it not worrying?
It is kind of worrying. I think at some point we may even have to step in and say, okay, it's enough automation. We need to give some jobs back to humans.
Yeah, but there has to be a point that you can't sort of stop the movement of progress, because you can't tell some people to do it, because if it gives other businesses or someone a competitive edge, then they'll develop the technology, irrespective of whether you made it against the law or positive or whatever. The technology will develop.
It will, yeah.
And eventually you're going to get to a point.
It's going to be where we have to kind of ban the technology.
No,
or control it.
How would you ban it? Like, I don't even see how that's possible.
You can't really, I guess. You can't really stop development. If you did, that would probably just make people want it more.
If you're still watching, drop us a message to say whether you think AI is scary, like I think it is, or whether it's a force for good, or whether the tides of change are motoring on at a pace that we can't stop.
Yeah, I think it's probably good for business. These kind of
good for business is a good for society and the world in general, though.
I don't think so. But I think it's good from. Do you think this originated from probably like text messages that you would get?
Mm-hmm.
Still a lot of companies kind of use that, where every Friday without fail they get a message off Domino saying, "It's Friday. Do you want a pizza?"
Yeah,
it's that perfect timing.
Okay.
Eventually, with this kind of Google automation, it's going to be the case of Google tracks my location, so it knows that I've sat down in my sitting room, and then ping, a notification comes up from Domino's, 50% off, and I'm like, yeah. So those kind of micro moments you're talking about. And
I like that though. That would be like if we could just
cool.
on giving the half-price pizzas, or free pizzas if you're listening, Domino's. Then that I'm all for, but I think the rest of it's just a bit uneasy. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
You're scared you're going to be out of a job?
Well, I'm probably 2 months. Once my probation's up, I'm probably going to be out of a job anyway. Because
depending on how these go.
Instead of actually closing deals with our wonderful clients, I'm sitting here Skyping with the quiz and talking rubbish to a camera.
Yeah, this is also on Twitter. You guys were on Twitter, and if you tweet in a question, Flow Live, #FlowLive, we'll kind of try and answer your questions.
Probably ignore it. Yeah.
All right. Just having a little check here.
One last thing I wanted to talk about, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Just before we wrap it up for the day.
Eat pizza.
Is pizza, yeah. There was a report released on Thursday by YouGov.
Yes, this is
by the YouGov study. It was essentially talking about people who use Google as a search engine, and how many of those people who search for terms, how many people are unable to recognise what a paid advert is. So they just get all the search terms in, they don't understand what shopping is, they don't understand what PPC is.
Yep.
What percentage of the population, the adult population, do you think would be able to identify a paid ad?
See, originally I thought, because it's pretty obvious to me, you've got the top 3 results.
Yeah.
And
does it still say ad, does it?
It says ad,
yeah.
It used to be in like a different shaded box.
Okay.
But now it's kind of got rid of that and it just says ad. But I would think that it was about 90% of people know that they paid ads.
90.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, long and short of it, from the results of the survey were that only half of people could actually identify what a paid ad was. So that's half of the population that either didn't know that businesses paid to be in that spot, or weren't aware that was half, 50%. That seems remarkable to me.
It's different for me because obviously I'm in the industry and I know their ads, but for people to think that they are basically organic results, that's pretty. That's quite a high figure, isn't it?
Yeah.
For them.
I think it's massive. So it's a lot higher than I thought it was. I've probably put you a little bit on the spot here, but what sort of impact do you think that could have in terms of how people potentially target paid ads or PPC or even organic?
Well, obviously Google wants to make money, makes a lot of its money from paid ads.
Yeah, it's going to make all of its money off paid ads.
It's pretty high. I think it was a few years ago. It used to be about 90%, 92%. Probably less now since merged with Alphabet, or under that umbrella. But I think Google have recently changed it where they stripped the side ads off, which you're probably aware of.
Yeah,
It used to have like 3 results and then the side ads, and now it's kind of because they want to have a seamless experience between mobile and desktop. We got rid of all the side ads and they put them into that top 4 are paid ads. I think they must have known that people don't know the difference between them, and that for them to put them up so high, and it's almost like it's making SEO more redundant, because you can try your hardest to rank number 1 organically for a term, but then there's going to be 4 above you. It kind of forces you to pay for that as well.
So basically what we're saying is invested.
Yeah.
This wasn't an unintentional blag for...
I think Google they must know that. I think the way they portray it is, we want to have a seamless experience between mobile and desktop. But at the end of the day, they want to make money, don't they? And if they're basically pushing those organic results further and further down the page, I mean, sometimes you've got ads where you've got extensions, you've got site links, you've got reviews, and one ad can take up about that much space. So that's like, so you're scrolling quite far down your phone to get to the first organic one. So if that business wants to make more profit, wants to get more clicks, they're going to have to pay. And the best, effectively, create like a bidding wall at the top for the search ads. So, but it just surprises that they are actually kind of invisible, because they have got that ad button right next to it. But that probably blends in when you've got the reviews with the stars and you've got all this going on.
There you go.
There you go.
That's what you do your weekend.
I've gone out.
There you go.
Around South Shields.
South Shields? Is that where you live?
Yeah, you never been on night out in South Shields?
Yeah. But like years ago.
Yeah, you never went.
I'll tell you what, I've got a story actually. Perry from Little Mix, who stepdad, who I used to be sort of really good mates with. I used to sleep on his couch when I used to go out drinking in South Shields.
Nice, claim to fame.
So, Perry always used to essentially come down in the morning and see me with spilled curry all down the top, so I'd get a taxi special. And she'd always know me as the man who spilled curry every night. So.
What's your sport you since being a member of Little Mix?
No, I've got a good story about backing Little Mix to win the X Factor.
Aye.
But essentially, I backed Little Mix to win the X Factor. That's the long story.
You backed it?
Yeah. When there were
make some
big odds,
decent money out of it.
Pretty good. I'm not going to say how much.
Okay.
It was enough. It was enough to put a smile on my face and put it that far.
Good. Buy some more taxi specials.
I don't think I've had one since. Yeah. Alright, so it's 40 minutes in, so we're going to wrap it up there. I'd like to get your sort of feedback, any news, comments. This is the first pilot we've done, so as mentioned, we had zero prep, just in case of sort of firing in, winging it through, getting an indication of how it went. If you want to post any feedback, drop us a message in the comments box.
We'll be doing a blog of this later if you want to ask more questions.
What are you going to write in this blog episode?
Basically, like how the episode went. In my head, it's going to be like Mars Whiteboard Friday, but it's not quite there yet.
Oh, we're pretty close.
If anyone wants to like discuss these topics afterwards, there'll be a blog, but I'll put it on Twitter and Facebook.
Alright, but so if you tuned in, thanks for watching.
Thanks for those who tuned in.
Catch you next Friday.
See you later.